Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy, the LA Skrippers. The return of No Planners Paul. No Planners Paul. Can you dig it? Bring your no having nuts ass to the front, boy. What my boy DCF Fly say? Bring that butt here to me, boy. All I heard the past 2 days was Paul George is on the level of Kawhi. Shut your butt up. Sit your butt down. Sit down. Like my boy Arnold say, sit down. Get down. Dana. Man, I told y'all. Y'all were the main ones talking about Paul George. We talk about George Paul. I can't even diss Curious George, dog, because Curious George at least was curious, and he never just melted under whatever circumstance came his way. Goddamn George. That's what it ought to be called. The game ought to be called Goddamn George. This is what messed the Skrippers up. They didn't listen to nothing we said in Game 5. Nothing. They didn't listen to anything. These guys was going out shooting dumb shots. Then, Ty Lue, why the hell didn't you play Luke Kennard? That's what I'm saying. You got this coach who thinks he knows everything. He don't know diddly. He don't know anything at all. He don't know a damn thing. His rotations were horrible the whole night. Beverly and Boogie in the beginning was keeping them up in the game. Reggie Jackson turned back into the Reggie we know him as, doing his one-on-one and then trying to shoot a tough three. Brick. Now, what the Suns did was DeAndre Ayton actually played like a damn center. He played like a damn center, and he actually started attacking Paul George. He attacked Paul George. That kind of swung the momentum. Devin Booker started attacking more, which his dumbass should have been doing in the beginning. But no, you want to shoot all these pretty jump shots. Listen, Kobe Bryant, you guys diss Kobe a lot, but Kobe used to go inside a lot. Kobe later in his career, he started going inside more. He started this early in his career. He played more inside and then went out. He only went outside when he felt like, okay, I got to get a heat check, I got to see how I'm doing, or I got to get a bucket to get our team in the game. Devin Booker plays. His defense is not all that. To me, the guy who really saved him was Saric off the bench. Jay Crowder just went nuclear. And I knew it was coming. I knew if Jay Crowder had a good game in one of these games where he went off, they was going to win the series. I knew it. I just saw, when I saw him doing it, I said, okay, Jay Crowder come to play. Miles Bridges was crying like a little bitch all night for a foul. It's like, dog, this is game 6. Chris Paul just was doing the most dirtiest shit ever I've seen. Kneeing guys, jumping in guys' way when they're running and they're damn near about to lose their life. Boogie just pushed his ass, and because he kept doing all that dirt, then they trying to say, oh, well, he didn't say nothing to him. And he did say something to him. He turned his head like this. When he turned his head, you could see his lips. He said something real slick and that sent Beverly over the edge, which was smart. That's what a veteran does. And Pat Bev, you lost your cool at the wrong time. But I understand why Pat Bev was upset. Because they've been carrying a mediocre-ass player all these playoffs. You guys trying to praise Paul George because he had 41 last game? It's like, dude, he had the quietest 41 I've ever seen. It ain't even seem like he scored 41. I thought he scored 20. Marcus Morris, they should have gone to him early in the game. Get him involved. Now Morris was settling for threes and trying to shoot all these shots because they gave up this lead. Then the thing was, Ty Lue didn't put Luke Kennard in. He should have put Luke Kennard in the beginning. He should have played Luke Kennard. Luke Kennard would have shot them guys out the gym. Your problem is you, for some reason, do not want to be smart. But I know what happened. LeBrownies called his bum ass before the game and said, listen, Lou, they can't win. No, Lou. They can't win, Lou. They can't win at all. If they win, Lou, that's your butt. You know, no more coming to the golf course and no more coming to the house. I can't come over there no more, Brownies. Nope. We're done after this. If they get to the championship, we're done. So Lou sabotaged the whole series. Then he plays DeMarcus Cousins, which was good. Then DeMarcus Cousins did his job. The problem is, this is the problem for the Clippers, or I like to say the LA Strippers. There's no ball movement. There's no ball movement at all. The Suns were moving the ball. They were hitting everybody. They were moving the ball around the perimeter. Guys was cutting. They were hitting them on the cut. You know, they were putting the ball on the floor. Devin Booker limited his shots from the three. He started attacking the basket, which he should have been doing when they had Paul George down there at center. That's what you do. These guys' IQ were so low, and y'all trying to tell me these guys would have played against us? Hell no, we would have dominated them. They'd have been too busy. I had a homeboy. That's all he did was shoot threes. And I'm like, oh, keep shooting, Brick. I'd be up like 8-1 on his ass, 1-on-1. 8-1. Then he start heating up, and then that's when I start bodying him in the post. He was too small, so I kept taking him to the post. That's what you do. You use your advantage that you have. If I'm going against a guy who's just equally as strong as me, if not stronger, then I'm gonna do a post fade or I'm gonna do a hook shot. I'm gonna try to get inside or I'm gonna try to get past them. If I can't blow past them, then shoot, I'm gonna put myself in position. I'm gonna put myself in position to score the basket, to shoot the fadeaway. Paul George played so passive last night. This dude had 13 points going, I think, into the late third or early fourth. This guy plays so passive. And I'm sitting there wondering, why is this guy playing so damn passive? He act like if they win, they're going to game 7. No, you going home. Terrence Mann was terrible. He was missing shots. Terrence Mann has to work on his game. He needs to work on the mid-range and work on a post game. And he'll be all right. Stop. You don't have to shoot. You can work on your three, but you don't have to shoot threes like that. Go to the inside. The reason they also lost is they attempted damn near 30 threes, and they only made 9 of them. Why are you shooting all these threes when you're not making them? The Suns shot, I think, attempted 20, 21, but they made like 13 or 14. Ty Lue should have went to them and said, look, we got to stop shooting these threes. These threes are not helping us. We're losing. We're getting our ass whooped. But that's how he is. He don't know what the hell he doing. They could have won this game. The Clippers could have won. Beverly still was playing good defense. Beverly was hustling. Beverly was giving you buckets on the offensive end, him and Boogie. All they needed was 2 more people to step up. You should have threw Luke Kennard in there in the second quarter. If you weren't going to play him in the first, I would have played him in the first quarter. Soon as 8 minutes or 6 minutes, either 8 minutes or 6 minutes hit, Luke Kennard ass is on the court. But this is the problem with Ty Lue. He don't know rotations. He does not. I think this guy really don't know what the hell he's doing. He don't. He does not know. And I get tired of people trying to defend him saying he's a good coach. I'm like, dude, this dude's the worst coach in history. He sucks. He don't know shit. And if y'all ever in y'all life put Paul George on Kawhi's, and they know who they are, the other YouTube content creators, whoever ever put him on, I'm telling you, I will blast your ass. I will make an hour video blasting that dumbass argument, and we're gonna go. I will break down both of their careers. Paul George can't hold a candle. He couldn't hold anything to Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard, you saw with him not out there, the team folded. You were supposed to tell the team, look, get on my back. I'm gonna take us home. Him, LeBrownie, Scottie Pippen, they're the same. They're the same. They're the same, dog. And everybody gonna say, no, he ain't nothing like LeBron. Yes, if you gave him the league like LeBrownies and the power, he would have just as many championships as LeBrownies. LeBrownies, you guys keep forgetting, they gave him the league. And they gave him the teams and the supporting cast to do well. This is the problem with basketball now, the double standard. Y'all hated on Brooklyn, but y'all praise LeBrownies. And then everybody like, he don't have a super. Yes, he does have a super team. You have 2 guys who are up for, you have one 6th man of the year, and you have another one who is in the runner-up for 6th man of the year. You have 2 superstars on your team, including LeBrownies. That's your super team. And he has the ability to put his team together, so I don't want to hear no excuse from him. Nobody else in the league has that power to pick the players they want. They don't. Everybody has to listen to their general manager, but this bum. So that's what happened to the Skrippers. The Skrippers fell down, and then third quarter came. They were going back and forth. Like I said, the rotations is what did them in. And then they were leaving guys open from the 3. Listen, Skrippers, if y'all want to go to the next level, you guys have got to learn how to not leave guys open. Brooklyn did the same thing. That's why the Bucks beat them. They kept leaving guys open. You can't leave an NBA player open from 3. A 3 is a layup for him in today's league. Now, maybe back in the day you would have got lucky, but you ain't getting lucky now. These guys love shooting 3s. They'll make that. The defensive rotations were terrible. Nobody was communicating. So it was like Beverly was done. Beverly just pushed Chris Paul like, fuck it, I'm gone. Get me out the game. Because Pat Beverly was pissed off. Guys weren't playing with no heart. Guys weren't playing with no energy in the first half. It was like, what are these guys doing? I guess they ready to go to Cancun. Because Phoenix punched their ass in the mouth and they just didn't retaliate. They was like, just keep hitting me in the mouth. I'm soft. Keep knocking me the fuck out. But congrats to Chris Paul. Fuck Chris Paul, because he tried to throw the series with the Lakers. Shout out to Dev Book. Aiden. Aiden, man, you were really the MVP of the series. Really. You carried those guys on your back, man. He was impressive last night. Him and Crowder really shot him out the game. And then second half, Torrey Craig came alive. Booker finished off and Bridges hit some shots. And then Chris Paul just went nuclear at the end, like Chris Paul does. When Chris Paul is when he got a lead, he's gonna win that 9 times out of 10. So, congrats to Monty Williams, man. We got a brother man in the championship. Proud of you, man. And shout out to my brother Rick Jones, man. He called it in the beginning, but he said that if there's no Kawhi, he said that the Suns will win in 6, and he was right. Mr. KC was right too. Give him a shout out. Him and Detroit T, they were right. This is over. They said Mr. KC, he said it was gonna be a blowout, and he was right. If I were the Skrippers, I would fire Ty Lue, but you would owe him a lot of money, so most likely they're gonna bring him back. But I would bring an assistant coach in who actually knows how to coach the team, and just let Ty Lue be the head coach face. That's what I would do. But if you go forward with Tyronn Lue, you guys are not winning nothing. That's just a fact. Y'all might not even make it to the conference finals again next year. And plus, people say they got to still sign Kawhi back. I don't see Kawhi really going anywhere. Kawhi has power with the Skrippers, and he built him a nice house down there. So I don't see why he would go somewhere else. People are like, oh, he'll go to Miami. Why would he go to Miami? First of all, if you pay him that money, what you gonna do with Bam? You can't pay all 3 of those guys. I think people really are stupid and they jump to conclusions before knowing the whole scenario. Now, I watched the Loki episode last night. The best episode yet. Now, with this Loki, the thing they did was they were saved at the end before the moon finished before the moon finished hitting the planet to complete the destruction. They had a heart-to-heart moment. He was starting to fall for the Loki because of how she was, her wit, how smart she is. And she told her story. And she had a sad story how she just was taken from her world because of one event that I guess showed that she could mess up time, and she was taken in. So once she was taken in and everything by the black lady or the light-skinned lady or whatever she is, she took her in, and it showed her that she was one of the agents before in the field. But the girl got away, and ever since she got away, Sophie has been running forever. So when Sophie ran and everything, she just grew up learning on the fly how to do things. They always were trying to track her, they never could get her. Now, Loki himself, him and Owen Wilson at this time were matching wits, and he told Owen Wilson that they had a life before then. And they did. They had a life before then, before they joined the agency. What I think is what happened is the timekeepers basically scrambled everybody's mind, took them from their place or something. I think they were either gonna die or, they just stole them from there. When they were in the middle of their life happy, they just took them away from there and just used them. They just picked certain people, brainwashed them, and then put them in the field. The black lady, she basically went AWOL. Like, her mind was just unscrambled. So she started figuring out that this was really me. I was happy. And she went to go get Sophie, took her to another place, the place where it was raining, where they were at before, on episode 3, when they were in the, or episode 2, episode 2, where they were in the little town that was about to be destroyed. Yeah, like, she took her there, they talked, and she showed her again. And the black lady was conflicted, and she told Owen Wilson that was asking about what the other Loki said, and was asking if she heard about the agent they brought in. Because remember, the agent was just sitting there like I told them they basically killed her off. They got rid of her because she was gonna basically show that the timekeeper and the SVA, the TVA shit is all bullshit. It was all bullshit. So, and then Owen Wilson got pruned or got hit by one of those glow sticks, and he disappeared because him and Loki basically were going to he basically, after talking to the black agent after she told him what was up, he basically was finna free Loki, and they was gonna do what they had to do. But the lady got the drop on him because he swapped out the thing. But she knew something happened because he swapped it out and he saw what went on, so they got rid of him, and then they took them to basically to meet the timekeepers. And the black lady who was the agent, she basically got him free. She set him free, sacrificed herself. They basically took out the people, and then they were going to fight the timekeepers. They let girl cut one of their heads off, and then all of them just dissipated. They all were not functioning no more. And then it was like, okay, what's going on now? And then it's like, wow, they were just robots. So they really don't control nothing. It's somebody else. So Loki was basically going to tell his feelings to Sophie. Basically he was going to kiss her. They were going to do all that, but it was interrupted by the black lady. She basically dissipated him. So Loki was dead. I was like, oh man, this is crazy. It blew my mind because I did not see that coming. And that was amazing. I was like, yeah. And then she beat the black girl up and then pointed the thing at her and told her, no, I ain't gonna kill you yet, but you gonna tell me every goddamn thing I need to know. And then it ended like that. And then we saw that when they're pruned or hit by those glow sticks, they really don't die. They just go somewhere else. And now he was like, am I dead? Am I in hell? And the guy said, nope, but you will die if you don't come with us. And it was 3 Lokis, I believe. It was 3 Lokis, a kid, a guy with the horns, and then a black dude. So I was like, oh man, this is good. 4 stars. I'll do a standalone review later, but nah, I just give it to you now. Like, to me, Christian, man, hey, I agree with you, man. She wanted to take out the thing, and I really think that, yeah, they're the bad guys. They were the bad guys, and you and me were right. We hit the nail on the head. You were right about it, though. You were right about it, and she did what I said she was gonna do. She killed them, but she technically didn't kill them. But we know what her motive was, and we know what Loki wanted to do. He wanted to control the whole thing. So, but that was great, though. You know what I'm saying? I loved that. That was great. I loved it. It was 4 stars out of 4. Everything was perfect in this episode. The mystery, just everything. I enjoyed it, man. I really enjoyed it, and I'm glad. I'm happy for it, man. This really was a great episode. I loved it. It was on point. So thank you for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you like what you hear, you can donate to the page by Cash Apping me at the word welcome, the number 2, and then HDII TV. Thank you for listening, and we're out. Dizzy!